It is a couple minutes before 7 o'clock. Today is August the 12th, I think. And Don West and I are heading out of our parking lot and going on our fishing trip to the High Sierras. It is now 7:33. Don and I took the toll road over, and the sun is just beginning to break through, and we're on the Highway 91 northbound. Okay, I don't know whether I can get it here or not, but this is Red Mountain, and there's still some active mines up here. There's a lot of folded mines up here, but it's some old history, that's for sure. Don and I stopped at a little stream just outside of Lone Pine. Don got one. I didn't get anything, so we moved on up 395. We checked into a motel in Bishop, and we didn't have anything to do Monday afternoon, so we went up to Lake Sabrina above Bishop. And Lake Sabrina is extremely low, but the fishing was superb. Here's Don carrying 2 stringers of fish. That means 5 fish each, and we just flat cleaned up with a bunch of fish that day. That was kind of a surprise. Now Tuesday morning we got up nice and early. I would say probably around 5, maybe 5:15, something like that. Went up to Mickey D's, had a egg McMuffin and hash browns and some coffee, and took off for Tioga Pass. Now Tioga Pass is about 70 miles north of Bishop, up 395, and then up Highway 120 to the east entrance of Yosemite. Now you don't make the east entrance, but that's the highway. And the first lake we came across is Lake Ellery. We have fished this many times in the past years, but we got lucky again, and we both caught our limits. It was a fun day on Ellery. We're driving in Don's car, and we're up at the top of Tioga Pass on the way down, and I am now driving, and Don is learning how to use the camcorder, or the camera, the video on the camera, and so he's taking it out the window, and I'm trying to get some video, a sign of the windy road going downhill. This is about an 8% grade for about 11 miles. It is not recommended for RVs and travel trailers, and yet you see people doing it. It's only a recommendation, but it is gorgeous countryside. But we go from an elevation of about 9,500 feet back down to about 6,000 feet.
Climbing up's not as hard as climbing down.
Nope. Keep going. There's a couple more turns here. Okay, now you can turn it off. We got down on the June Lake Loop and fished Rush Creek between Silver Lake and Grant, and only caught 1 fish. So we moved on and headed back towards Bishop. This is still on the June Lake Loop. Beautiful countryside. That is June Lake. There are actually 4 lakes on the loop. There's June Lake, Gull Lake, Silver, and Grant. There's a large large swimming area here on the June Lake Loop. Back on 395. Well, we got up early on Wednesday morning. Tuesday took in the northern part of the Sierras, and then I headed up to Rock Creek Lake, and that is sunrise. That is the sun coming up behind us over the mountains and hitting the mountains in front of us. Rock Creek Lake is one of the most beautiful lakes in the Sierras. Rock Creek Lake is approximately 12 miles off 395, and again, quite a climb. All uphill, climbing from an elevation from about 6,000 up to around 8,000. Don and I got up there early in the morning. We stopped at a cafe at the top, and we had breakfast. And breakfast was rather expensive, but remember, there's no other place around there to eat at that time of the morning. We would have been smarter to get another McDonald's sandwich or something. Rock Creek Lake is one of the most photogenic lakes in the eastern side of the Sierras. Not too far away is Convict Lake, down the highway about 25 miles. But both lakes, if you get there early in the morning before the wind comes up, the reflection in the water of the mountains in the background are just outstanding. Well, let's see. Today is August 14th. We are on Rock Creek Lake. It is a gorgeous morning. Don and I got up here about 7 o'clock and had breakfast at the local cafe, bacon and eggs. We've been out here fishing now for about an hour, hour and a half, and have not even got a nibble. But it is a gorgeous, beautiful day, and we're lucky to be here. Now, we weren't getting any nibbles where we were over the nice sunny beach, so we came over here and sat in the shade on a rocky shoreline and took some more photographs. And that's my fishing pole in a pole holder, and I believe I'm trying to take a picture of the mountains in the background. Yes, I am. Anyway, Don and I, hello, there's Don West. Don and I sat on the edge of the lake here, and between the two places we probably fished for about 3 hours and got not even a single bite. Well, we're at Lake Sabrina above Bishop, and the lake level is really low. I would say close to 40 or 50 feet down. The sun is beginning to go behind a mountain behind me, so that's why I'm in the shade shooting out into the sun. But you can see up above there, and I'm going to zoom in on it, that's the dam way up on top there. And it is a long ways up from the water. Anyway, Don and I are down here in the shade. We've caught a couple fish, and they're beginning to jump. It's the right time of the evening. And maybe we'll get our limit tonight, maybe we won't. Okay, Don's got a fish. He's working on it. Let's see if we can get around here behind him when we can get the fish up here in the water, breaking the surface. Okay. Still fighting him. There he is. All right. Don's second one. Look at that. Hey! Okay, what we have here is a pole holder. That's the orange thing. And it's holding the rod and reel. And up the line, which is perfectly almost invisible, it is only called 2-pound tusk line, there is a bell. Okay? Now that bell right there keeps a certain amount of tension on the line. But it also allows the line to slide. So if a fish hits, the bell will either go up or down, and that is an indication that there is a fish on the line. And of course, if you go further up, the very tip of the pole will quiver with the strikes of the fish. So that is the setup. Okay, today is August 15th. It is 20 minutes after 6 in the morning, and this is downtown Mammoth. Very, very early in the morning. It is deserted.
6:20.
I love signs like this. Oh, it's not reflecting that. The light wouldn't allow the camera to pick up the almost U-turn for the highway. So sun hasn't quite peeked over the mountains to the east yet. You can see the sun is starting to come in up over the mountains behind us. We're headed up to the pass going into Devil's Postmile, but the sun has reached a level where it's starting to put sun rays on the treetops. And let's see if we get through here. Okay, we're coming to the ranger station, and we're hoping that the ranger station is closed as we can get through here. Is there somebody there?
No.
I think I saw somebody. Pay when you exit, okay? Oh, look at that. Pay when you exit. Alright. Alright, we got past the ranger station.
I don't think anyone but you was in there.
I thought I saw a person in there. I did. And then we got this road. This road is about 12 miles long, and it's got to be about an 8% grade. There's places where only one car can go, so the car coming uphill has the right-of-way. Those mountains up there are the minarets.
The soldiers and the sailors and fighting men so bold. If they didn't have their uniforms, they'd freeze to death from cold.
We're coming up on Starkweather Lake. Caught some fish out of here from time to time. Let's see if we can turn this thing like this. There it is. Pretty little lake, tiny. But they do stock it with fish. Springs Campground. We're hoping to find a place for day use parking that's closer to the campground so we don't have to walk too far. Same old dirt road for years and years. Still remains of some of the tall trees that were knocked down during the heavy windstorm last year, or a little over a year ago. This is Upper Soda Springs Campground. I first came to this campground 71 years ago when I was about 5 years old. I do not remember it, but over the years I've been back dozens and dozens of times, and Don and I have been here several times together. I can remember catching many fish out of this particular pool. I wanted to try and catch fish today on my 76th birthday out of this pool. Did not have any luck. Moved downstream and we caught some fish down there. But there's a lot of special memories, and I have a lot of photographs going back to the 1950s about this area. All right. This is a pool usually full of trout. Doesn't appear to be today. That is just outside of Upper Soda Springs Campground. And according to my parents, I caught my very first fish ever here 71 years ago today. Today is my birthday, and according to my parents, I caught my first trout when I was 5 years old. And this is one of my favorite fishing holes, and I got a lot of pictures over the years of my parents down here fishing. Well, Donna and I didn't have too much luck catching any fish down here on the middle fork of the San Joaquin, so we took off for the June Lake Loop and fished Rush Creek between Grant and Silver, and again we really didn't have a whole lot of luck. So Donna and I decided to go up to Convict Lake, not to fish but to get some photographs, because this is one of the most photogenic lakes in the eastern Sierras. Okay, we're recording, and the memory card's in here. I totally left it off. And there's Don West, and he's getting old and decrepit. Anyway, we have come from 395 up to Kennedy Meadows. We got lost. We had to stop and get directions, and we had two choices: a paved road 100 miles out of our way, or a dirt road that is to take us to where we want to go, which is only about 15 minutes long. Now that's our road way down below us down there, that strip. And what it's going to do is lead us to the Kern River. When we get to the Kern River, we will turn left. Now way out there in the distance, and I'm going to zoom in, is a paved road. That's what we want to connect up with there. Let's see if I can slowly zoom in here and get a picture. Yeah, that's a paved road. All right, so we're on pavement again. We are on Highway 78. We are headed towards Bakersfield. The cutoff we made was about 15 miles in length all dirt road, washboard, ruts in the road, but we made it. I had been recording a long video and then found out that the SD card was not in the camera, so I didn't get anything recorded. Okay, Don West, that's the end of our trip. We're going down by the Kern River and pick up your cousin. And it was one heck of a fun trip. I mean, we caught a lot of fish and we did a lot of things together. What a great way to celebrate 22 years of friendship. Anyway, thank you for doing all the driving. Talk to you later. Bye.